How is everyone? Feel like it's been a while, huh? Just want to let everybody know that are asking about live reactions. They will be back next week, okay? Don't worry about it. We'll be back next week. Don't worry. It's not the end of an era or anything like. We'll be back next week. Anyway, and I appreciate you guys for being patient. I really do. We've had an interesting string of chapters. Last week was really controversial. Like, I don't mean to rub it in, but I wish you guys had seen my reaction to that. This week, not as controversial, but surprising. Even though I talked about this, I didn't expect it to happen as soon, but it happening is enough for me to say, whoa, right? That's whoa. Like, reading this chapter and things that happened specifically to someone, it was just like, Oda's really going there. He's really doing this. So we're gonna have to play it out. Now, as much as I want to talk about that amazing spread, one of the best spreads I've ever seen in the story, with the right hands, and I gotta say, for all the people that's been disrespecting Shiryu and saying Burgess is Blackbeard's right-hand man, first of all, I don't know why you would think that. Okay, I get why you would think that, because he's the first division commander, but oh my goodness, it was pretty damn clear. You could make the argument that Shiryu was stronger than Blackbeard when he joined his crew. You can make that argument with him and Magellan. All right, we're going off the rails. We'll talk about all that, because I love this spread. I love that spread so much, I'm gonna make a video around that spread just for y'all. But anyway, One Piece chapter 1031. The chapter starts off, right? And Oda's picking up where he left off with Law and Kid versus Big Mom. And in my head, from the last chapter, I thought what Law did was very impressive. What Kid was doing was very impressive. And for them to hold off or doing this to Yonko, the only word that comes to mind is impressive, especially based on how the story it's crafted our perception of Big Mom. She does not get hurt. Nothing happens to her. She is dominant. The only way we could hope to hurt her is through other means, like the Mother Carmel photo. Big Mom, she's big, she's thick. Nothing is easily getting through that tough hide. But Law did. Here's the weird thing, right? I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. The weird thing is, typically with Kid's damage, it comes after something so devastating. I'm like, was Kid the reason for like the character feeling a lot of pain, or was it Law? Because remember last time all the supernova attacked Kaido and then Kid was the last one to slam him, and it was just like, did Kid actually do any damage? Because he just suplexed Kaido, but Kaido's taking a lot more. Like, he suplexed himself times 1,000 from jumping from Sky Island. It is what it is. What I've been seeing though, which has been a pleasant surprise, is a lot more Kid love on the timeline and on YouTube. Timeline meaning on Twitter. I've been seeing a lot of Kid love, and I'm just like, bro, y'all like Kid now? When did that happen? I'm not complaining, because you know, for me, I like the character archetype. We got to see as far as the character. We need a bit more. Anyway, I thought it was obvious that Big Mom's stamina was dependent on souls. When she left Marco, it was like, I don't have enough souls to deal with you right now. Whereas like, okay, it's Marco. Like, Marco is pretty strong, but it's Marco. So Big Mom and her souls, it is directly tied to her stamina and seemingly her size. Now, something surprising here is that Big Mom, this part isn't surprising because she did it all the time in Whole Cake Island. Big Mom just took some souls, right? Took some souls, like, give me that, right? I need y'all to fight for me, within me. Sounds crazy, but that's what's happening. But what's also interesting is that Oda is starting to teeter. You're probably like, Braga, what do you mean he's starting to teeter? So in the last couple chapters, we found out about Law's awakening and Kid's awakening. And now Big Mom, she's doing something we've never seen her do before. She's using her own lifespan to provide souls. Literally, I think your awakening is doing whatever it takes, but it's costing you some lifespan in some way, right? Or you could possibly die based on how you're using this ability. So for instance, with Law and Kid and what they were doing and the assign, and I love that as well, where Law tried to ask Kid, yo, how long does that last by any, like, Kid's like, what the hell would I tell you? Which shows that he doesn't 100% trust Law. Which makes sense, right? Why would I tell you how long it lasts? It just lasts long, bro. That's it. Like, Law's slick though. Law's trying to like pick up abilities just in case I gotta fight you again. I know, but no. Kid did the right thing by not telling Law shit. But back to Big Mom and Awakenings. I think Oda is going to give us an amazing reveal in regards to Awakenings. Once Luffy does awaken. Now, I think Gear 4th has something to do with it, but Gear 4th has never threatened Luffy's life directly as a result of the ability. So that tells me there's another gear that Luffy can get to or something else Luffy can do in which he can actually sacrifice lifespan on his own, as opposed to someone like Ivankov doing some shit. Like, Luffy can actually go to a mode where it's like, okay, this is using my lifespan. That's so souped up that he's dying every time he uses it, which, ties into the end of the story. A lot of people believe Luffy, dying or some point getting really sick, because the lifespan thing has already played a role in Luffy's journey, a huge role, mind you. So something to think about. We'll expound upon it a bit later. Now back to Big Mom again. Using 1 year of her lifespan, it tells me a few things. Big Mom is finally starting to take this seriously. And Big Mom even said, it's been years since I felt pain like this. Who the hell made Big Mom feel like this? Specifically, she said decades. So, I mean, my first thought is none other than Roger. When Roger went to her territory, you know, a young upstart. The thing is, the pain that she's felt, like what she's going through right now, has been decades. So that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I love when Oda does things like this. It gives us some more context, some more lore in regards to some of these characters that we don't know a lot about, but does he do anything with it? Do we find out exactly who the person was or persons were that did this to Big Mom? Was it Roger and Rayleigh? I'm really intrigued by that. But the fact that Law and Kid have forced Big Mom to not only use her own lifespan, but also take souls from other people, she's gotten bigger. So her souls are tied to her size and stamina. So literally Big Mom is like an endgame boss. Like one of the final bosses you fight, prototypical, big, taking souls, getting bigger. This is my final. This is what Big Mom is doing right now, which is giving you more inclination or more feeling that a climax is coming. No, not the one you're thinking of, but a climax is coming. Acknowledgement as well, saying they aren't bad. Law, Kid, and Luffy, you guys are serious about taking our thrones, but I'm gonna show y'all real quick exactly what it means to be a Yonko. This is what it means to be a Yonko. And Law and Kid, they just use their awakenings. So, not saying Big Mom using 1 year of her own lifespan is awakening, but I mean, that's pretty damn significant because, again, Big Mom's 1 year is gonna be, even though it's still 1 year, everyone's is 1 year. Big Mom's soul is significantly more powerful than an average soul. So that's why she got the bump that she did. And I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't know. Also quickly, I love the fact that Oda threw in Law's ambition and goal in this chapter, showing what he's fighting for. I mean, we knew it based on Law's and Sengoku's conversation, but now it's pretty clear. Law is fighting to uncover the true history. It's not even about just the One Piece, but everything is tying into the true history, which means that Law is probably going to be with the Straw Hats when they find the One Piece. Like 100%. When they find the One Piece, Law will be with the Straw Hats because their interests align. It's not just about finding the One Piece and becoming the... Law doesn't care about that. It's about the true history, the history of the D's. So it's two things. It's like Law could definitely be with the Straw Hats when they find the One Piece, or Law could, you know, entrust this to someone else, which Luffy's going to uncover the history anyway. You know, I just hope Law doesn't die. I just don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. All right, I'm rambling now, and there are more things to talk about. So let's move on. Now, this was a shocker, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We're thinking the same thing. You're about to subscribe to the channel. You're about to click that red button. You're about to turn on post notifications. You're about to drop a like. I know it's shocking. You didn't expect to do it, but here we are, and I certainly do appreciate it. So thank you so much. But no, seriously though, what was shocking was X Drake's stance on Apoo, where Apoo made a lot of logical sense, but X Drake was still like, nah. How about I take you out for Luffy? Which were like, I guess that makes sense because X Drake is just, he works for the government, man. I don't know, trust issues, who knows, but Apoo didn't convince him. He didn't. There have been so many different conversations about Apoo and X Drake and what's gonna happen, and now it just didn't happen. Oda introduced this to say, nope, no thank you. I love it though, because we're going through it, and certain things, when certain concepts get introduced, we're always like, how's it gonna play out? What does it make? Oda's like, well, no, it didn't play out anywhere. He declined. I love things like that. As I've been saying, Apoo is a slithering snake. His goal is to ally, his goal is to get over on people, but to ultimately get what he wants. Now, I'm not sure exactly why the numbers rock with him like they do, but we did have a weird interaction when Yamato showed up, where I was like, what the hell is going on here? So Yamato shows up and Apoo tries to pivot from X Drake to Yamato. I was just like, bro, I got somewhere to be, which I like the fact that Yamato's running through every different scene and we're seeing all these different interactions with her. So it's unique. I really do like that. One of the numbers, Fuga, kept saying Fuga. It looks like he attacked X Drake. It was kind of, yeah, but it was to the point where Apoo was saying, Fuga, what are you doing? So last chapter, one of the recent chapters, we talked about the numbers, what was last chapter, and how they looked eerily similar to the men that were in the cave with Yamato. So now we have to figure out, and based on this interaction, I'm like, they seem to be triggered by Yamato in some way. So they have memories of Yamato. And for me, I'm ultimately going back to that cave. Again, remember I said we talked about it. So when we see hints, it's gonna make more sense to us. And this is a hint. They reacted to Yamato. And Apoo was like, whoa, what are you doing? So something to keep in mind. Nothing is confirmed yet. Things are building here. That's all I'm saying. Now, shit was getting a little spooky. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When Brook is running with Nico Robin and you see CP0, and Robin even confirms, right, that they're pretty damn different. They're in a class of their own, and you saw one of them disappear. So, bro, I've been saying that Brook cannot beat CP0. We knew that Brook was probably going to be the person protecting Nico Robin because that's how it was set up, but he can't stop that. He cannot stop these two, maybe one. And that's, you know, a very just weird assumption. Two of them? Listen, bro, I'm scared for Nico Robin. I'm really scared that Robin is going to get captured. I don't know if she gets taken off of Wano, but they've already found them. It was probably a lot easier for them because they've been watching them the entire time, so they knew exactly where they were. But that was menacing, just how they're walking through. Didn't care about anything else. We're after Nico Robin. Bruh, this is, I don't know, man. Okay, so this is probably the most important part of the chapter, which means I'm not going to expound on it too much because we're going to wait till Sunday. I know you guys like that a lot. I'll say this. Why I was laughing is after Queen found Sanji again, he's like, "You're back." Like, what are you doing? It's so random. Like, he just starts laughing in Sanji's face. Like, dude, like, relax. There was a chapter where I talked about Oda fleshing this out, making it so that Sanji does start seeing or feeling things, well, feeling less, and doing things that's uncharacteristic of Sanji. I said Oda probably would never do it, but it would be really interesting if he did. I thought it would occur, you know, after the fight, just at rest, when they're on the ship. Sanji's acting different. Oda did this in the middle of the battle where Sanji apparently assaulted a woman. Now, you don't know what to think, because they're like, you were alone with her. No one else was around. And Sanji's thinking, wait. I know I've been feeling different. I've been feeling weird because of the suit. Am I losing myself? Right? And bro, that's such a deep thing because Sanji's sense of self it means so much to him because someone sacrificed for him to be the way he is. I don't know what else I have to do to convince you guys that this is a really big deal. When talking about Sanji and just him battling with his identity, it is a huge deal for this character. I mean, the hype was crazy because he's saying, I can execute a beast like Queen pretty easily if I need to. At this point, he's saying that, man, like, women used to be my weakness, but with how I'm feeling right now, it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. I'm sure some people are saying, whoa, Oda, follow through. But I'm torn because, you know, I would like for Sanji not to be useless against women, but that's who he is. That's who he is. That's who we've come to love. So it's just, bro, as much as we're torn, Oda is portraying the character in a way for us to say he is going through it. He's trying to figure it out because he is losing himself. It got to the point that he's asking Zoro, hey, after the fight, if I'm not myself, put me down. And Hell's Memories is back. This was amazing. This was amazing because it's characterization. It could be viewed as character development, but we're not sure where it's gonna go because I'm not sure if Sanji losing his emotions completely is development for a character. It's developmental in regards to a character arc, but whoo, that's heavy. That's heavy, and I loved it. I absolutely loved this chapter. But guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about this chapter? I mean, the Sanji thing is huge. It's so many small things that have huge impact that's playing out in the story right now. So guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about all this? Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Again, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.